Right, what's up, guys? It's been a minute since I've done a video recording talking about my trading. That's mostly because I was on vacation last week and prepping for vacation the week before that. Super nice. We went out to the beach, sat around, did a lot of nothing, caught a big stingray, and sat around and did a lot of nothing, and it was wonderful. So I spent a lot of time living that laptop lifestyle that people constantly talk about when you see trading advertised on what is it, the FaceTube or InstaTweet or whatever platform we're using anymore. Uh, so I figured I'd go ahead and do a recap of how my trading went last week. So I'm capturing June 26th through July 3rd, which is today. Obviously not trading over a weekend, but there you go. There's the time frame, and we're up a little over $2,000 trading futures. So that ended up working out pretty well. If we're looking at, let's see, June 26th, that was right on down here. So we got this move up and out. And if you remember correctly, I captured this move right here. I think I did that. I mentioned that in a video. If I didn't, you can see the little buy and sell things. Unfortunately, I got tagged out. I started trailing stops again because the markets have been so choppy and volatile down here that I just got smacked around too much. So ended up getting tagged out for like a $500 win. Missed out on what would have been a $1,000 win. And really, had I just held on to it or seen this move coming, I did not play this breakout. For some reason, like we pushed up, we hit that, we consolidated. I didn't play the breakout. Um, and so we've got that move straight up to there. I shorted it right there, type 1, and that would have been June 27th. So that would have been the first trade listed in our Trader Sync results right on down here. And as you can see, went ahead, shorted that. We pushed back up, tested the type 1 more time. I did not tag out or get cute with it. At that point, I decided I really do think this thing's coming back down. We came down, we pushed down into this zone. I tried going long. I tagged out for a small loss, tried going short, tagged out for a small win. I'm trying to play this in reverse here. Oh, and then I took a loss on oil in the meantime, so we'll ignore that. I tried taking an oil play and it just didn't work. I tagged out of the long, made money on the short. The only thing that bummed me out about that, which hindsight is 2020 on this one. We came down, we hit the zone, we started bouncing around on the inside of it. And actually, if you're in Don's group, you might realize that my zone is different than Don's right here. Let's go ahead and pull up Don's charts. And as you can see, we have a speed bump zone right here. The reason that I ended up tagging that as my zone that I'm trading for futures is because this has just been a contested area. If we're playing that game of tug of war and figuring out where the buyers and sellers are, sellers keep showing up here. They showed up here. Look, strong wicks of rejection right here, strong rejection right here. We pushed up, we consolidated. That's that game of tug of war that Don always talks about. In this instance, it was a rally, a base, and a rally up and out of there. We pulled back down into it, and we based out again. The overall market momentum is still heading down, in case you haven't figured that out already. So we dropped, we based, and we dropped out of there again. So Don has that labeled as a speed bump. Shout out to Jake in the mentorship chat. I think he made $8,000 shorting this on SPY puts. So super exciting to see other people killing it. I ended up basically breaking even in this zone, and then I had a stop order set to enter on either side of it. Actually, I was on vacation, and I was like, you know what? I don't feel like managing trades right now, so whichever way this thing breaks, I'm gonna be in it. And I set stop limits, or sorry, stop to enter orders. So it's basically saying, let's grab our position tool here. If we break below this wick, my stop loss will be right up here. My take profit would be, it would have to be down here somewhere. Obviously, that's going to require some management because you're not going to get a full runner coming on down through there. And we'll talk about this bottom zone in a second because that was something that I added after the fact as well. But looking, oh look, there's our 2-to-1. So we did go short right here. I'm going to get rid of this now so we can actually see our little arrows. We went short. We pushed down and I tagged out right here. Um, I forget. Well, let's look at TraderSync and see what that actually ended up being. That was an $82 trade. That's really disappointing, actually. I thought I did better than that for some reason. I only made $82 on that trade. Huh. Where did I tag out? Let's do a little bit of research. Right here. Oh, my stop would have been right here. I was looking for a continuation to the downside. So here's the other thing about drawing my own zones. This area right here is the exact same as Don's type 2. So you can see this whole area is where Don would be looking for buyers to show up and then looking for the momentum. I think Don even said if we get into that blue, he's buying more puts. So he's still aiming to go short. I ended up drawing this after the fact because we got that big green candle and I had not factored that into the equation. So I sort of ignored Don's zone and was just, high conviction, I'm going to trade my own zone kind of a thing, and missed out on an awesome long opportunity, actually. So shout out to anybody that bought that dip and pull, I mean, just rode that thing straight up. I ended up getting back in the Type 1 short, never got a Type 2. Type 1 short pushed all the way down to here and ended up tagging profit at like 11:20 in the evening. It was wonderful. So that was that. Right before bed, made almost $1,000, and then push back up. Same thing, type 1 short. We push down here. The thing that I'm still kind of kicking myself for is I think we were out playing mini golf in the morning. I had set my limit orders. It pushed down. I did not have an alert or anything set for this zone, which means it came down here. I didn't know about it. It pushed up. I tagged out. So I would have gotten out in that bottom zone, so probably around a $900 profit. Instead, I made $500 because I set a stop loss for if it pushed back up. And then we got a typical Friday rally. It looked like Friday taking profit, everybody pushing up. So I am now in type 1 and type 2 short off of this. The only thing that I'm really concerned about right now is that we are looking at a holiday weekend. So futures are going to open up tonight. Today is Sunday, and obviously we don't know what kind of price action we're going to see on that. And then Monday is July 4th, which means the futures will be open. I think they're typically open on holidays, so the futures will be open, but they'll be running on like no volume. So I have to decide what I'm going to do with this. If I'm going to shut down this trade early and just let it play out. I would hate to see this thing just sell off and I miss out on a super profitable trade opportunity. The thing that I'm not super happy with, though, is that we're going to be operating on such low volume that what we very well could see is maybe a push up into this area-ish. Is that Don's blues? That'd be above his blue zone. I don't think we see this zone again. I think we sell off before we see that. Um, that's my personal take on this. Uh, But there you go. I could see a push up. I'm going to keep this alert up here. I could almost see a push up to here, and then we look to go short once the market opens on Monday and just ride that down for the next week. And in that case, I do have some SPY puts right now. I might grab one more, and I can't really afford to load up any more than that. That'd be above what I'm comfortable risking. So I am trading futures and options on this just because the futures, I could see this getting tagged out. It would just be a dumb thing on low volume, and then we get back to selling off. Or, of course, it could try to just push straight up, and if we do see that zone again, I will be hard short, probably with more puts and futures contracts for sure. So that's sort of my take on it right now, what I'm feeling. Yeah, I don't think we see this, but if we do, then I'm going short. SPY. Hmm. So these are the standard deviation lines for this week. There's a 68% chance that we stay within the one standard deviation mark, and that would push us right up to that top zone. Um, that would be interesting. It's gonna suck if we see that rally up and out of there. Um, yeah, because where would we go? We're not hitting that. Not this week, anyways. That would be up here. Yeah, no way. There's the I don't think we see that. 3 standard deviation. That's not happening. So Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the week plays out. I'm short right now. Like I said, I'll have to decide what I want to do. I wouldn't mind getting something. I'm actually probably gonna do. Let's do this. We're gonna do if we get a pullback to right there, I'll probably look to get my stops at break even. I'm trying to not get back in the habit of choking out trades too early, but at the same time, with how things are going to be with this being a holiday, I don't want to just be sitting out there with orders out there waiting for some small market maker to decide to gobble up my contracts before I'm directionally correct. So there we go. That's how the trading went. Sitting on a beach making in this case about $2,000. I actually did do some trading with, like I said, with options contracts and with shares as well, like short Rivian, short CIM, AGNC, shorted Microsoft for a little bit. Um, so I was doing well on shares, but that didn't import to TraderSync correctly, so I have to go back through and fix all of that, which is a nightmare and a half. So we're not going to look at that right now because I don't feel like fixing the data. So that leads me to the subject of my next video that I'm actually going to go record right now and I'll upload it later. Is why I am uh, I'm so tired of brokers just not doing what I want them to do. Why can't TradeStation just show me my P&L? Like there's reports that I can run that'll show me my P&L allegedly, but it says I'm up $4,000 trading futures right now, and I'm not. So the data's not accurate. It's kind of annoying. The reports are different than what you see on their website. I don't know. It's yeah. We'll look at that later. So, anyways, thanks for watching. If you want to follow along with my trading journey and learn as I learn and follow along with whatever in the world I'm doing, you can click the little subscribe thingamajig down below. And if you haven't already, make sure you check out the Don Franz show. He's the guy that I'm learning all this from. So when you see these colorful boxes that determine where the price is going to be turning around or where we expect some kind of interaction, you can thank Don for that. So go check out his channel if you haven't done that already, and I'll see you in the next video.